So we did how to deploy our deployment. We did PHP myadmin with MySQL as an external service, and we used internal service. So let's go to our fourth project. And now we are gonna install our application and first check if kubectl get all. Okay, I have just one service running, and let's delete it first. Okay, now it's better that I delete the deployment. Okay, now we are clean. So first, we know I will do kubectl apply -f. First thing is we need to know our secret file. Then we deploy our config map because we will be taking values from here. Then we will deploy our MySQL service because everything will connect to MySQL. And then we have our PHP. Okay, we have our PHP internal service. Then we have PHP myadmin, ingress. So what is left? We are done with the ingress, with deployment, leave nginx, MySQL secret, MySQL deployment, config map. Okay, now we are left with the Apache. Let me power on my Docker machine. Just read this file till I am powering up my machine. Can you explain me this file?
It's basically the deployment of Apache, right?
Yeah.
With the second task being deployment of the service, Apache service.
Yes, correct. And what we are pulling here, if you can see, we have our Apache PHP container running on Docker Hub. And in that, we have our code. But the problem with the code is I can share it with you. This is our Docker machine. If you remember, we have our index page. And let's say the password is abc123. I don't know what I have done in the secret file. Maybe we can edit it. And the user is test, and the database is MariaDB. Now the MariaDB, we know the container name was MariaDB, but now we are talking about Kubernetes. So what is attached to a MySQL pod? How we communicate with MySQL pod? We do it through MySQL service. MySQL service. Let me check it again. If it is open our MySQL deployment. It is MySQL dash service, correct? MySQL dash service. So what I should do is Docker build -t ZEE English on 778 Pro / Apache APACHE PHP version 1.4. Okay, just have to go one step back because the Docker file is here. and we will do docker login. Okay, so our 1.4 version is available. And we will use version 1.4 here. Let's go to the terminal and do kubectl apply -h -f Apache PHP deployment, and then Apache PHP ingress. Okay, everything is done. If I do kubectl get all, so our Apache deployment is running, MySQL is done, running, PHPMyAdmin is running, Apache service is there, MySQL service is there, PHPMyAdmin service is there, and pretty much everything is set. So what I will do is, I told you before, or what should I do first is kubectl get ingress. So zishan.com is running on 105. Let's do the entry. I have already done the entry for zishan.com in my configuration file. So I can go to the browser and search for it, browse for it. Let's see if it is working, and if it's not working, then we can check it. Okay, I guess I have to do the entry. I was thinking I have done it. We will go to our notepad. Okay, now it's there. It's there. The entry was there. So it is not connecting to our database right now. And if we go phpMyAdmin.com, and we can go with root, and the password is root123. And here we will create our database example. The username will be test, and password was abc123. Check all and give it a go. And the website should be opening now. So it is connected successfully. But the problem is, if we go kubectl delete -f MySQL deployment, and let's create it again. Go to our browser, hit enter. It is not able to connect. Refresh your phpMyAdmin. Your database example is gone. So just like we saw in our Dockers, that if pod is destroyed, or if the container is destroyed, the data is gone. The persistence is not there. So same is the case with Kubernetes, because Kubernetes is what? It is an overlay over our container. So when we delete our deployment, the pod is gone, which means the container is gone. So we have to define persistence in Kubernetes, and for that we use persistent volume here also. So now we know how to deploy our application, how to build our application, how to push them in the repositories, and how to use them in our Kubernetes deployment. So let's say I can go one step back and see what is there for today. Okay, we have namespaces. Let's first do kubectl.
Oh, you're not sharing your screen, Zishan.
Okay, sorry. So what we can do is kubectl get all, and we can say that kubectl describe Apache deployment, let's say. So it is saying that the deployment is running in default namespace. So what is a namespace?